Meters individual medley for the SM11 class. Daniela Schulte and Mary Fisher go head to head in 4 and 5.
Yes, here is the lineup. Berezna goes in lane number 1 for the Ukraine.
In lane number 1, representing Ukraine,
Martinez is next to her for the USA.
the United States of America, Leticia Martinez.
Pudubna, well, she's in 3 for the Ukraine. So 2 Ukrainians in this final. Schulte goes in 4 for Germany. Very successful competitor. And so is this lady, Mary Fisher, in 5 for New Zealand. Reichard goes in lane 6 for Sweden. Baez from Argentina in 7. And for Japan in lane number 8. Complete the lineup. Ono, right there.
Daniela Schulte, she is the reigning world champion. She dominated this event until the New Zealander Mary Fisher came along on the scene in the London Paralympic Games. Mary Fisher taking that title in London in a new world record time, 2:46.91. We'll keep an eye on the clock because Mary Fisher has been sensational at these championships. A number of great swims from the New Zealand swimmer Mary Fisher. So her time that she is aiming for in London, 2:46.91, but there is of course the small matter of beating the others in this field. And Daniela Schulte, the German, the reigning world champion, she is not going to be beaten easily.
No, she certainly isn't. Swimming extremely well here, and we can see as she approaches the turn there, 5 metres away from the wall in lane number 5, Mary Fisher. 34.72, Martinez in second, Schulte in third, 2.06 seconds down on the leader. Mary Fisher of New Zealand, beautifully balanced there with her backstroke. You can see how she's breathing in on the one arm and out on the other, very controlled with her breathing, very rhythmic, keeping the line of water around her face with an open chin position. That head needs to be fixed to stabilise the upper body. If that head's nodding around all over the place, the body's all over the place. So again, great technique here on the world stage. She's still leading. Lane number 5, Mary Fisher. This is the turn, a touch turn. Sometimes you see a head over heels somersault. The backflip, as it were, breaking out there very nicely, some 7 metres down the pool. You're allowed to do 1 pull on breaststroke and 1 kick, and then you have to be up, you have to have surfaced, and you have to be swimming. Chasing her down though. Here comes Schulte in 4. Mary Fisher still in the lead. Is it going to be enough?
Well, Mary Fisher under world record pace there. Daniela Schulte just about on her own European record pace. But Mary Fisher coming away now on the breaststroke. Daniela Schulte not really making much of an impression, not as much as she would have liked. Leticia Martinez from the USA is in third, ahead of Marina Pudubna as they went over onto the breaststroke leg. But Mary Fisher now, let's watch the split. When she set the world record, it was 2:08.95. She has slipped slightly, 2:09.94. But Mary Fisher on her way home now. Daniela Schulte, the great German swimmer, chasing the New Zealander. But Mary Fisher has been excellent on the freestyle leg. She is a swimmer with no vision, as is Daniela Schulte. And the German swimmer right in the centre of the lane, whereas Mary Fisher up against the lane ropes there. Schulte coming back very strongly there. Very, very strong swim from the German, but I think she's going to leave it too late. Fisher really struggling on the lane ropes, and Schulte pulling back with every stroke, but it's going to be gold for New Zealand. 2:50.25. The silver to Germany, 2:50.77. And it looks like lane 6, is it Maja Reichard coming through for Sweden into the bronze medal position. The breaststroke champion picked up well in the second half of that race. But the real fight at the front, it was Mary Fisher and Daniela Schulte. And Mary Fisher, well, I thought for a second there, Nick, she was on the ropes. Daniela Schulte right down the middle. Daniela Schulte pulling back all the time. But this time it was Mary Fisher who had enough of a lead to hang on to the end. It happened in the 400. Schulte was ahead and Fisher came back strongly at the end. This time it was the opposite.
Yes, so reverse the tables. That's the dive start. We can see to 15 metres. In fact, Schulte was in the lead, but quite quickly there, Fischer took over, the champion in the butterfly. I was most impressed with Reichard. Reichard at the end of the breaststroke length. That's Mary Fischer leading, but Reichard got into contention. She was in third for the very first time and kept that momentum going down the last length to take bronze. But here's gold and silver, and to the wall by 2 arm strokes. It's Mary Fischer of New Zealand. Schulte, the silver. A nice close-up shot there showing you how close it is. Perhaps didn't need to take that extra arm stroke there. Daniela Schulte could have kept that momentum going to the wall. It takes an extra 3-4 tenths of a second to finish that extra pull underwater and get it recovering over the top to get onto the pads. But nonetheless, great racing. Reichard in bronze, Schulte in silver, Fischer in gold, but we have to wait for the results to be official, because once again, as always in this event, the 200 metres individual medley SM11 goggles have to be checked because they are completely blacked out, so there is no light perception. These swimmers are completely blind but often have some light perception, so that's the reason why goggles are blacked out. And there's the result. It is official. Fischer takes gold, Schulte the silver, Reichard the bronze.
Any guesses where that takes New Zealand in the medal table, Nick? Where do you think that takes New Zealand in the medal table?
Well,